Roger. Roger lives alone in his single-bedroom apartment near the Eastside River in Astoria, New York. This is the first time he has been living alone in 3 years after going through a very bad breakup. The last 3 years were truly beautiful for him. But now, it feels like he was in a delusion. Marissa, the woman he loved more than anything in the world, cheated on him. Roger was so deluded that he didn't even doubt or suspect anything. He was planning to propose to Marissa. But then, out of guilt, or perhaps desiring a different life, Marissa confessed to Roger and broke up with him. Ever since, Roger has been alone. He promised himself he would never allow this to happen to him again. He is in his 30s. He has a stable job. He is paying off his auto loan and his apartment mortgage. He has no worries. He was adamant never to allow himself to be vulnerable. No one was going to be able to hurt him or play with his emotions because Roger was never going to trust any woman again. Perhaps he would never be in love again. His friends had been trying to cheer him up, trying every trick in the book, but nothing seemed to work. Even his neighbor, Mr. Norman, had noticed a sudden change in Roger. "Young man, how have you been doing?" "I'm all right." "Press yourself, Roger. You always keep everything to yourself. If you don't release your pain, it will take you to a very dark place." "I know. You're right. You're probably the only one who can understand." Mr. Norman, the lone army man. He was serving in Vietnam when he received a letter from his brother that his wife was pregnant. But he had not been home for 18 months. He had been living alone ever since he returned for the last 15 years. In simple words, Roger was hurt, and perhaps it was time. Time that could only heal Roger, because he truly loved Marissa. Marissa, the quintessential woman. Marissa tried to contact Roger and his friends to make sure he was fine. But Roger wasn't interested, and his friends were now full of despise. Except for the ones that wanted to keep opportunities open for hooking up with her. Friends. Marissa expected Roger to get aggressive when she confessed her disloyalty, but Roger was just quiet. He took things very differently. He was very composed, tense, but composed. In fact, it frightened Marissa a bit. But then, Roger simply cut off all connections from her. Ever since, she has been with other men. But something kept on nudging Marissa inside. Did she make a mistake? Was Roger a better choice as a man? She always thought Roger was too ordinary, too simple, too trusting. Her relationship with Roger was beautiful, but boring for her. No thriller. No spark was there. Adventure was there. What lacked was the adrenaline rush of doing something wrong. Marissa herself had a stable job. She was not exactly a gold digger, but then, which woman wasn't? Maybe at least a little. In the turning of events of the future, would there be a chance if Marissa could go back to Roger? Would he ever take her back? It was the start of fall. It's been 5 months. Roger loved rain, the cool breeze of the river. Every evening, he would come home tired and exhausted. He would freshen up and go to the pizzeria nearby and order sandwiches or pizza for takeout. After which, he doesn't return home. He goes to the bank of the Eastside River and just looks at the river for hours. His friends and family members have advised him not to do this, as they were afraid that Roger would get more depressed. But in reality, Roger used to find a strange peace and happiness in doing this. He was quite changed now. Before, he was overwhelmed with his life, planning a future with Marissa, sometimes partying with his friends and spending the holidays with family. But now, it seemed like that life was fake. His friends and family members may think Roger has cut himself off from the world, just going to work and being by himself. But in reality, Roger has finally come to his senses. He was never like this. He was smart and intelligent. Perhaps trust and happiness blend people's mind. It's the friction of difficulty that keeps the mind sharp. Roger had returned to his old observant self. He started taking keen interest in strangers. People he saw on the street, people he saw on the subway. People he saw at the bank of the Eastside River. The young woman he saw returning home every Friday near midnight. She must have been in her mid-20s. Every Friday, she got off the subway at Astoria, Ditmars, around 11 p.m. She walked straight towards the Eastside River, stopping in between under the idol of a church for a small prayer. She does this every Friday. Perhaps she works late on Fridays. Maybe other days she returns home early, maybe between 7 to 9 p.m. But Roger wasn't sure. In a way, she was Roger's neighbor. Maybe not an immediate neighbor, but a neighbor. They both lived in Ditmars around the Eastside River. Laura. Laura lives with her roommate near the Eastside River. She is a New Yorker, but not truly a New Yorker. She moved to New York City from Buffalo, New York. She works at SANYM, and every Friday she attends night college for classes. That's the only day of the week she returns home late. She was shy. She was shy and introverted. She tried to avoid partying, and even if she went to parties, she was always quiet. Her roommate thinks it's because she was religious, or maybe because she didn't have any family members in the city. Laura never does anything crazy. But for some time now, she has been noticing a man watching her. Who is he? The roommate, Anna. She lives life to the fullest. At 17, she dropped out of high school, left her parents' house, and moved in with her boyfriend. Guess how that turned out? Now she works at a pizzeria near the Eastside River. She even took a chance at renting an apartment nearby and got really lucky. She found a wonderful roommate, Laura. She wouldn't have been able to pay the rent by herself. And Laura was the most easygoing girl. She really likes Laura, her innocence. A deep affection has grown for her. Maybe a friend, maybe more than a friend. For the last couple of months, Anna has had a regular customer. He orders almost the same thing every evening, sandwiches or pizza for takeout, and he always leaves a good tip. The next Friday, Roger decided to approach this unknown woman. Hello. Hi. Anna is a friend of mine. I'm also one of her regular customers. I thought I would introduce myself to you. Oh, you're Anna's friend. I really thought you were a creep following me. Well, in a way, it's true. I took your number from Anna, but I thought it would be better if I approached you in person. Well, it would have been better, but now I'm not so sure. Maybe you have other creepy secrets. Believe me, I don't. I've been dumped for being too normal. Really, to be honest, I know who you are. Anna told me before she gave you my number. I told Anna about you when I saw you the first day, and she deduced it was you. You know how Anna is, tough and possessive. If a creep was following me, he would be in big trouble. It was after a long time that Roger had a good laugh with someone. He was in a good mood when he returned home, just until he received a call. Hey, Roger. How are you? Get to the point. Why did you call? Sorry to bother you, Roger, but I think I left an office file. It's blue. Can you please drop it at my office tomorrow morning? I'm busy. Get it yourself. Alright, I'll come by tomorrow morning before work. No, not good for me. Be here sharp at 7 p.m. and take your file. Why are you being like this? Have you lost all your civility, or was that all fake? Hello? Roger? It was 7:23 p.m. Roger was getting ready for his first dinner date in months with Laura. She was supposed to arrive around 8 on the subway, and here Roger was, irritated by the fact that Marissa was going to come. What a day to go through all of this. He should have told Marissa to come at 6. You're late. Are you not going to invite me in? I don't have the time. Why are you treating me like this? I'm trying to be civil. I'm trying to be your friend. I have no wish for friendship. Please take your file and leave. Really? So all those feelings you had for me are all gone? Or were they there because I was sleeping with you? Leave. Roger dropped the file on the floor and closed the door. He was disgusted. Marissa did not have any consideration for his love. She cheated on him and now she had the nerve to question if he had feelings for her? Or was she just trying to create a scene in front of the neighbors? It must have been his disregard for attention and passiveness that hurt her. Marissa picked up the papers, almost teary, and left the building. She walked to the bank of the Eastside River and sat down to breathe and think things through. Did Roger even care for her? If he did, how could he treat her like this now? Or was he so strong that he could overpower his feelings? He didn't even react when he confessed to him. Did she make a mistake? Should she not have broken up with him? Well, what she heard from his friends, he was upset after the breakup. But what she experienced now, it's like he didn't care at all. Marissa held her face as tears overflowed from her eyes. I wish you cared for me. Suddenly, Marissa felt a hand on her shoulder. You? After Marissa had left, Roger hurried to the subway to meet Laura. And luckily, he was just on time. You're late. Late? I'm not late. You're early. I knew you were a creep. Guys are always late, but you're super early. Come on, let's go. The BIIPD found the remains of a young woman in her mid-20s floating in the Eastside River in the vicinity of Astoria Park on late Friday night. At first, the police had assumed it to be an accident, but after seeing the condition of the remains, the police suspect someone has been behind this. The remains have been taken to the forensic morgue for further analysis, where the police have successfully been able to identify the woman as 26-year-old Marissa Laurent.
If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family.